Katie. It's good to be here today with everybody. Again, I'm Scott Surovell. I represent parts of Fairfax County, sort of everything east of I-95, between there and Potomac. And I am the majority leader of the Virginia State Senate. I've been carrying this bill, I think, for the last 2 years. And I'm glad to be here with my co-patron, co-chief patron, House Cognate Carrier, Caucus Chairman Kathy Tran, also Delegate Elizabeth Guzman, who carried the collective bargaining option bill back in 2020. So, this legislation would affect about 574,000 state and local workers. There's about 160,000 state employees and about 400,000 local employees that this would cover, which is probably about 17% of the workforce of the entire state. Collective bargaining is an affordability issue, because right now public sector workers are underpaid, they have higher turnover rates, and it costs all of us as taxpayers. You might have seen about 2 months ago, or about a month ago, the state came out with its employee compensation report, which showed that under Governor Youngkin, state employee wages went from being about 14% less than private sector workers to 20% less in the last 4 years. So we're not making progress. And as we speak, there were ASME workers that were planning on being here today. Right now they're out getting up ready for the snowstorm we're about to have. So they're not here today. These are the kinds of things that people out here doing every day, facing emergencies and natural disasters and our possible snowpocalypse. When I was here about 10 years ago, we called it Snowmageddon, I think. In any event, these people are on the job around the clock, preparing to keep us safe in a weather emergency, and the least we can do is allow them to collectively bargain for decent wages and benefits and good equipment so they can get out there and do their job safely. These are some of the reasons that Delegate Tran, House Caucus Chair Tran, and I introduced these bills to help build on the work that we started back in 2021. Last year we passed this bill. We were only halted by Governor Youngkin, who basically focused his time on trying to cut funding for public education while giving tax handouts to the wealthiest Virginians, which is the same thing's going on a national level. And this bill will ensure that our public sector workers, including firefighters, police, home care workers, university workers, teachers, can bargain for a fair contract that delivers the best services possible for our communities. It's a win for everybody. And the voters back us up on this. If you look at polling on this, voters support collective bargaining for local workers by about 70%. So that's why I'm looking forward to working on this with Delegate Tran. We have a lot of work left to do. The last administration basically gave us zero feedback on the bill. I'm sure we're gonna have some conversations about that with local government over the next month, but I'm confident that we're gonna get this bill done so that Virginia's public sector workers can have the right to collectively bargain and get decent wages and benefits to support their families. And with that, I think I'm gonna turn it over to Delegate Tran now.